my rose-colored glasses keep getting knocked off and I keep putting them back on. You know, when I joined the world of yoga, the yoga community, I really had this idea or ideal that we were all kind of trying to better ourselves and explore ourselves, and through making ourselves better, we would make the world better. And there is some of that, so don't worry, I'm not going to go too down. Well, there'll be some negative rabbit hole here. But, you know, that there was like a code, a moral code. And in that moral code, you would not expect to find phrases like, it's just business. So when I was in India the first time, the person that was in the room next to me, we were renting rooms in this big house. They had several rooms in the second floor that they rented to people needing temporary lodging. The person in the room next to me was a lady who pretty quickly to her arrival in India got sick. And I would stop in and visit her and see how she was doing, maybe see if I needed to bring her anything. And at one point, she got really sick and came to my room, it was late at night, and said, I need you to take me to the hospital. I don't know what's going on. Her stomach was messed up. So I took her to the hospital, and the hospital was amazingly nice and amazingly affordable. And then we returned, and that was that. We went back to our countries, and we both started teaching. We started our first attempts at teaching, and as I was teaching, I started to develop this thing called black market yoga, where I was teaching in these odd spots here and there. They're a little more permanent now. It was kind of like a pop-up, like they call restaurant pop-ups. It was yoga pop-ups. It was my black market yoga. And when I eventually got on Facebook, I kind of reconnected with a bunch of people, and a lot of people I had met in India and people from, you know, my hometown. And the person who had been next to me in India, who I had taken to the hospital that night, we connected on Facebook. And at some point I got an email from her that said, I've been watching what you're doing with your yoga business, and I'm starting a yoga studio. I'm going to assume that you did not trademark black market yoga, so I just want to let you know that I will be naming my yoga studio Black Market Yoga, because I like so much that name that you came up with, and I like what you're doing, and I think it's awesome. To say that I was stunned is an understatement. I mean, I really couldn't believe it. And like I said, this is the first time I got my rose-colored glasses really kicked off my face. I replied that, you know, well, I already have the Twitter, I already have a black market on Facebook. Instagram hasn't existed yet. I said, we're working in a global world. It's like, you're gonna have the same name as me? I'm like, and it doesn't even represent you, it represents what I do. And I didn't hear back from her, like as to a yes or no, because she was just telling me, fait accompli, I'm doing this. But later, she did come up with a different name, which I will not tell you, kind of lame, and didn't use black market yoga. But that moment, it was the first time I got my rose-colored glasses kicked off my face. All right, thanks for listening.